everyone, it's Margaret here. I'm back. I know it's been a while again, but I've been working on this project that again took me a little bit of time, but I'm so happy with the way this turned out. I found this little vintage dolly stroller buggy at a vintage shop, and as soon as I saw it, I just had to have it. It was originally in a dark brown with a brown hood. And some brownish laces on it, and it looked really dingy. So what I wanted to do is actually redo it from the start, and I took it all apart and painted it first, and I wanted the wheels and the base to look a little bit shabbied up, which I think now it does, and of course the handle in the same beautiful cream color. And as you can see, when I took the buggy apart, I redid the hood in these beautiful layers of lace, and I'll take you through piece by piece how I did this. So these have actual seams going through where the bars fit through. So once it's on securely and you don't have to worry about it. Now, I could have put ties on it to keep it open, but I really like the carriage a little bit closed so that it really puts emphasis on the beautiful laces. Inside, you can see that I made a little dolly for the carriage. And again, I had this little porcelain doll, and when I found her, she had the usual clothes in the primary colors. So I stripped her down, and including her little booties, I redid them. I added some little tiny pearls for the buttons, and made this pretty little dress for her in all the same colored laces in the ivory, and I had this really pretty lace that I liked, and I thought it would be perfect. And of course, with her little bonnet and these little flowers on each side to pretty her up a little bit. Now the dolly needs some toys, so what I did was I had another little ceramic doll, and she was just a tiny little thing, so I dressed her up too in a Victorian style, and she's all ready to go for a little Sunday stroll with the baby. And then of course her little rattle. I find these rattles time and time again at the thrift shops. You usually find them in the bags, and they'll either say Mexico or Cuba on it, but I paint them out, and then adding some ribbon and laces, and here a little gold trim in the center. I pretty it up so it really looks like a baby rattle. Now inside, as you can see, I once again redid, I made this little tiny blanket again to cover the baby, and these beautiful laces in ivory. And then inside, as you can see, I put a little batting inside and covered it with this beautiful eyelet lace. And then I had these tiny pleated trims in ivory and some cord trims here, and just cleaned all the inside and the exterior part of the carriage, including multiple layers of this dangle cord trim here. And the side here, I've added just a little touch of pink to the ivory, just to give it a little bit of pop. I usually don't like colors that are going to hit you in the face. I'm just that monochromatic kind of person, especially with laces. I love just to add a little bit of this pink to the cream, and it finishes off just beautifully. It gives it a nice feminine feel. So there's the dolly. I'm sorry, the baby. And there's the dolly. And she's got her little rattle. Oh, and I forgot to put the little pillow behind her. And here's the blanket. Now, a baby needs a mommy. So I had this gorgeous doll, and I thought I would finish it along with this project. Okay, and I'm back with part 2 of this special project. So I had this beautiful doll, and I decided to make this into a set, and in the Victorian style, it's just absolutely beautiful. While I was making her dress, I was just reminiscing about the Victorian, well, not that I lived in the Victorian days, but again, I always have it in my mind that it would have been so beautiful to live in that era in terms of the clothing and the etiquette. I just love that sort of thing. So I had this dolly. I took her apart. And as you can see, her face is absolutely beautiful. She had a gorgeous face. So I actually cut her hair and pinned it up. And then I made this dress for her using this is actually an embroidered silk, which is really beautiful. I had a piece left when I used to make my wedding pillows, and it was just enough to make her this gorgeous dress with the ruffles and ruching here, and I formed like a train on top, and a little jacket, and these beautiful puff sleeves. The bottom, you can see, is a repeat of that pleated trim with some beautiful buttons, and I had this little necklace in the pinkish and cream cameo, which just fit perfectly. I added little earrings on her, and then I made this beautiful hat, again using some ruched pieces here in the ivory, and then on the top, and decorated it with these gorgeous satin pink roses, a bow, and I'll turn her around so you can see the back. I used a beautiful feather, which was very popular back in the day. So there you can see the back. And the back of her dress has this gorgeous ruffle train at the back, which sits on top of the coat. And then I just added these bows and little petite roses and the pink. So the pink and the cream, just a little subtle bit of pink that just adds a little bit of prettiness to it. So that's the mommy ready, all ready to take her baby for a Sunday stroll. And then to top it all off, we were antiquing a couple of weeks ago, and my husband found this beautiful little tiny parasol, and as soon as he held it up, I just grabbed it. I said, oh my God, I have to have that. I know exactly what I'm going to use it for. And so I've added some ruffles to it and prettied it up on the top, adding these trims, a little bit of gold, and on the handle, again, a little ribbon, some seam binding, and it just fits beautifully on her hand. So when she goes for her Sunday stroll, in case the sun gets too hot, she can use it for herself or the baby. The nice thing about this parasol is if you do open it up, you can also, just take this off, but you can also use it on the brim of the carriage here. And so you have that beautiful Victorian look. I just love this. I love the way it turned out. And I hope you guys enjoyed this too. A lot of fun to make. Glad to be back, ladies. I thank you for watching and hope to be back soon with another project. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.